A resume of dialectics so far. 1. Dialectics we understand as 1. Methods of investigation which develop together with these methods. 2. The most general relationships in the universe which develop together with our understanding of these relationships. 3. A discussion about a thing from opposite points of view, a kind of a dialogue with the purpose of knowing the truth. 2. When undertaking a study of a new field, clearly define the object of investigation. After the process of investigation, a resume of the results will be a new definition, taking into account what has been accomplished. 3. Start a study of a new field with the history of the subject. Ask yourself, what is the simplest basic category in the field? How does it develop to become the fully fledged phenomenon? 4. Always see a thing not as is, but in development. Don't limit yourself to empiricism. Study history of the thing. Use logic and intuition to guess the missing details of the puzzle. Listen and watch again the stories of Sherlock Holmes. 5. Compare the thing to similar objects. Comparative dialectics is a method of understanding typical stages of development through comparing several instances of the same phenomena and seeing how it develops. Think about how a star develops. 6. One important tendency of our times is towards unification and systematization of all knowledge. Study of knowledge plays the same role in our times as study of the basic means of production in the times of Marx. 7. When a thing cannot develop according to the old scheme of development, it will pick up on the new scheme of development, passing over the old method of development. A student who did not learn to read will absorb knowledge from YouTube videos. A Marxist-Leninist revolution cannot succeed in our times. It will be replaced by a global socialist revolution. 8. If you want to accomplish something new, don't hope for a prestigious post or a job. People who say something new are persecuted by the outdated system, and hence they must find for themselves a place on the outskirts of the system or outside the system. Witness Marx without a job, relying on the friendship of Engels. Witness Georg Cantor, who was persecuted as scientific charlatan and never obtained a post at the Berlin University. Witness Eduard Tsiolkovsky, who was only a high school teacher in his times. 9. A new thing since the times of Hegel has been the formulation of dialectical logic as fuzzy logic in technology and quantum logic in physics. It has been shown that dialectical logic is a general case of the formal or mathematical logic. Whereas in math logic, we have the postulate either A or not A. In dialectical or quantum logic, we have the postulate both A and not A in various degrees or probabilities. Together, these probabilities form a unity, a 1 or 100%, as both A and not A are dialectical opposites. For example, charge and no charge. Formal logic is a special case of dialectical logic because in this special case 100% probability is assigned to either A or not A, and hence 0% to the opposite. In reality, dialectical pairs almost never come in such absolute proportions. For example, absolute conductors or absolute non-conductors of electricity, but are semiconductors to various degree. 10. Two processes can be both causes and effects of each other, as we see with industrial and political revolutions. Cause and effect are not two separate categories. It is a dialectical pair, as for example space and time, and matter and energy, and particle and the wave. 11. One of the basic laws of dialectics is transition from the general or the abstract to the concrete or the specific, and vice versa. It is also called a transition from theory to practice, and vice versa. For example, from dialectics to the problems of organization, and vice versa. We can call this the fourth basic law of dialectics, after 1. Transition from quantity to quality, and vice versa. 2. The law of negation of the negation, also known as thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. 3. The struggle and interpenetration of the opposites. The special case of transition from study of a thing to practice has been formulated by Mao Zedong in 1937. However, this is a part of the general relationship of continuous transition from general to concrete and vice versa. Hence, such a concept as paradoxical concept as ascent from abstract to concrete. For usually ascent means climbing higher, and here higher is practice. But from one kind of practice, we need to climb again higher to a new theory, to the new abstract. As Elon Musk of SpaceX put it, fix, test, fail. Fix, test. 12. Imperialist and transitional states have different social characteristics. It is their struggle that determines modern history and politics. Traditional class struggle within a nation is a limited case of this later international class struggle. The international class struggle is primary and national is secondary. If a party has defined itself improperly vis-à-vis the international class struggle, it has made a greater mistake than if it was wrong on a national issue. Hence, the issue of a class nature of various states is of primary theoretical and political importance. 13. Preconditions for a new round of global revolution must include 1. At least a serious disaffection in the United States. 2. A wide propaganda of socialism resulting in the majority of population sympathetic to its ideas. 3. A movement towards self-government in major industries, branches of production, and social life.